Duff then ahead of Scunthorpe at home. Michael, I suppose we've got to start with Rowan Ince. How do the club back their man, but also not make the situation worse?
Well, we feel it was the wrong decision. Obviously, the FA have put the new sanction on, which we'll be responding to later on today. It's about all I can say, really.
Presumably, you have to prepare for life in the game without Rowan this weekend, and I suppose what you have got, especially after last week and the couple of acquisitions, you've got options at least.
Yeah, no, we'll be preparing without Rowan. One thing I don't think you'll be getting off the 3 game, definitely. It's just whether sanctions after that come. So that's why we brought people in. So we did have competition for places. We did have cover because we were thin on the ground. So luckily, not luckily, but we got the players in that we wanted, and they'll probably get an opportunity now.
Are you expecting any more business? Have you even got the budget to be able to strengthen?
I don't know. I don't do the maths. I just ask for the players. So I'm not expecting anything before the game on Saturday.
I mean, people talk about discipline, and you could go on to it all you wanted about the players, but I mean, what happened on Saturday? They're all freak incidents, aren't they? Which you just can't plan for, and you know, from my aspect, it doesn't seem like it was out of temper in any circumstance by the players.
I think at some point we got to move on now. The referees the game's gone, so we were disappointed by the referee's performance, but we've commented on that after the game. So the players got told on Tuesday, it's got to get put to bed now, because we can wallow on we were unlucky, we were harshly done by. It's not going to get any more points back. We've lost the game, so we've started the season with no points and no goals. They're the facts. So it's a case of moving on now, first home game, and trying to spin it into a positive, and that's the focus now.
And Scunthorpe in a similar situation to yourselves, so you know they'll come just as hungry as you'll be. Yeah,
they'll have been obviously you're always disappointed to lose your first home game. Swindon were excellent on the day, I will give them that. But a team that's been relegated, so that they'll want to kickstart their momentum as quickly as possible. So it's still obviously very early in the season. So people make, it used to be years ago you didn't look at the league table till 10 games in, 8 games in. Now people want to look at the league table after a game. So it's just important to get back on the horse, deliver a performance like we did in the first 20-25 minutes, and try and maintain that sort of quality and intensity, and then hopefully go win the game. Because
nobody's on a bad run yet at the start of the season, a team's harder to break in terms of their morale at this stage. A win's sort of that bit more hard fought to come by.
No, it's hard to win a game of football full stop. It's not an easy thing to do. People sometimes think, you train well all week and you deliver a good performance, but there's so many factors that go into winning a game of football. You need a little bit of luck, you need a good performance, it's so many different things. So like I said, we're focusing on ourselves. We believe we've got quality in the group, and we believe that we can, if we turn up more often than not, we'll win more games than we lose.
How much more settled after being here a week now are Gavin Riley and Jake Doyle-Hayes?
Well, it's still early days. It's they've done 2 days training since the game on Saturday, so you're just trying to constantly drip feed information. They've been in the classroom a couple of times, just trying to understand how we want them to play and roles and responsibilities that we want in and with and without the ball. And then we'll do a bit more of the work on the grass today as well, touching on that. And it does take a little bit of time. There's no getting away from the fact that we play a slightly different way to a lot of teams, and we ask slightly different things from different positions. But that's the same with any manager in any team. There's many different ways to play a 4-4-2. There's many different ways to play a 3-5-2. So it's just the little detail is what the information we're trying to drip into them. And
Gavin, having been around at a few different clubs, presumably that's something he's more used to having to settle into. Yeah,
Gav's been around the block. He's a good age. He's hungry. So that's one of the reasons why we brought him in. We know he gives us something different, and we're hoping that if he gets an opportunity, that he can put the ball away.
Josh DeBeo and Chris Hussey obviously got through the 90 minutes between them. Are they good to go again?
Yeah, they did what we wanted them to do, really. We hoped that they could split the game between them, and they both came through it unscathed. I thought Josh done well in the 60 minutes, but his body started cramping up and things because he's not had enough minutes. And to be fair to Chris, with having no minutes under his belt, to come in and play half an hour of 25 of that was down to 9 men. I thought he thought he'd be better for it, put it that way.
And everyone else from last week okay as well?
Yeah.
Thank you, good luck.
Cheers.